I'm gonna.
Connected on both chats, which that didn't work for me last time. I only connected on one.
All right, I need to get the audio working, so I need that loop back shit active. Fuck.
So I just the chat. Hello, can you hear me, people? Full of YouTube. Yeah. So we're getting chat from both sides, Chip.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh look, damn, dude. That's cool. So we can see YouTube and Facebook all in one spot. That's killer.
Yeah, it tells you where they're chatting from.
Yeah, that's badass.
I have no idea how we even got that set up. It doesn't even seem like we did it right.
Right. So if we type in here, it'll go to both.
Does it?
So yeah, I just typed "What's up, everyone," and it looks like it's gonna go to both. Oh, they don't hear you. Okay, cool. So I know how to fix that. I think.
Yeah, Chip, I just got your chat on my YouTube Messenger thing.
Sweet.
We'll watch the stream on YouTube. So pretty sweet.
All right. So talk, Kev. Just like give me something.
Check, 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 check.
Who does it look like it's coming from the band when you saw that chat come up, or does it look like it's coming from restream?
No, it said Parabel.
Oh, cool.
Let's see here.
Sweet. So that worked.
Check, 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 check.
Cool. You working, dude? And it only took trying out like 15 different programs.
What?
I said it only took like trying out like 15 different programs.
Yeah, the only thing is you're sounding like really weird to me.
Really?
There's some weird hissing. I don't know if that's on my end or your end or whose end or whatever. I should be able to close down the restream, right? Because you're doing it all through your thing, correct?
Should be, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna get rid of it. So did you end up doing anything with YouTube? Because all of a sudden it worked. I thought we weren't able to add the URL. I thought it said like it wasn't broken or it was not the right one or whatever.
I did the auto setup so that it would go through like go through the channel. I don't know. I just didn't do the manual setup.
Oh, so doesn't that say that Restream has the ability to like control your channel?
I mean, I trust them.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
All our videos are going to be deleted.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries, Justin. Glad to help. Oh. My mic is low, they're saying.
Yeah, your mic was kind of weird.
Okay. Yeah, that should be better.
Yeah, that's better. You don't sound like such a bish.
Like a bish.
Yeah, bish.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it.
I just need to figure out a way to like get this chat permanently kind of sitting in my zone.
Yeah, so it's really strange because like I can't, for some reason, I can't pull up OBS now. It's still streaming, but it's like not showing up as an open program. It's really weird.
Yeah, but your computer does that weird stuff from time to time, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man.
Sing something for Ramses.
What did he say?
He said sing something for Ramses. Hashtag
that,
Nacho.
Is that Nacho Libre?
It's like that's the best part of that movie. Or dance, or what does he say? He's not dancing at the party.
Yeah, really always something with this computer, dude.
It's what?
It's always something with this computer. Like,
oh, that's cool. It even tells you, I think it even shows you when people are replying to like other people.
so yeah, Leslie, I did have to work today. You're working on the front lines. Are you in healthcare? What are you doing? And no, Daniel, this is a beat up Mexican strat that I got about a year or two ago from somebody that tried to relic it and really made it look pretty terrible. But it had a really good neck. Like the neck felt really, really nice. So.
What does he say in the office when he's like something less offensive than Mexican? He's like, Mexican's not offensive.
Yeah. Somebody put Top Gun intro, so I started playing that.
I heard it. I saw it.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know that song.
It's pretty close. I actually wanted to see that new Top Gun. People are saying that our audio is not syncing up on YouTube.
There's not much I can do about that, man. Like, I can't even open OBS, so. In Texas, we say Meskin.
So basically, our YouTube channel might be totally gone tomorrow.
Leslie's saying it's perfect on Facebook. I guess it's just YouTube. It's probably the delay from restream getting all of our data and storing it.
Well, if we can get that Zoom account set up and we can bypass OBS, we should have it made in the shade after that. It only took 3 weeks, like 17 programs. I'm checking on Google on how bad it is to give restream your ability to do stuff on your account.
Yeah, I don't think it's
You don't think it what?
I don't know.
This article says it's a good idea to let Restream run your YouTube, but the article is from Restream, so I don't know if that's the best.
I feel like there may be a slight conflict of interest on there.
What?
Yeah, I feel like there might be a slight conflict
Yeah.
of interest.
Oh wait, am I getting some? Will we have to Zoom or will it stream to? No, we'll stream through Zoom on Facebook and YouTube.
Like straight from Zoom? I think Zoom can only go to one destination.
Well,
so we would still
Zoom
have to
basically Zoom to
restream.
restream to those two. If we can cut out OBS, I think that would
be nice.
Save. I mean, that's obviously two. With OBS, we have two more other programs we got to use.
Yeah.
Like, well, OBS and whatever the hell.
And then there's the audio program too, though. And hell, I don't know. We may still have to use that. I really don't know.
We think we might have this figured out. We're going to teach a course eventually.
Right? There's people who want this information. Because it is not readily available.
No. Why is there so many companies that do this, but none of them do it like smoothly, it seems.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Could also be my internet being terrible, so that's definitely a possibility. Time is it? What time is it in Peru? Dude, are you still getting emails from companies about how they're handling the virus?
Yeah.
Like every day I wake up to so many of them.
If you haven't sent that email already, I feel like it's too late.
Well, none of them telling me anything I need to know. Jeff, I'm trying to figure out a way to, if we have to remove Restream from permissions, how to do it.
My bad.
Did you look at all the permissions?
It didn't let me choose them, so I figured it's either this or nothing.
Well, I think you could do manual somehow. It's just... High hopes. I wonder if Kyle is on.
So does Kyle have the link to this meeting room we're in?
High Hopes is my favorite PF song. Who the hell is PF, Chip?
Pink Floyd.
I thought... Isn't there a Panic at the Disco song called High Hopes?
You still have high hopes for a living.
That song.
Distant Watcher. You said we had a Cars cover in the background. That's more than likely going to be the Janice cover. So check out Janice. It's already out. Janus.
It's Drive, right?
Yeah. I'm typing it in the. So yeah. Yeah, no worries, man. We had David Scottney, their vocalist, their lead singer, on. If you haven't heard of Janice, check them out, man. They got some really, really good shit.
True. Yeah, Janice has 2 albums that are pretty good.
Hey, hang on one second.
What are the albums, Chip? Eyesore and...
The albums are Right Red Return and then Nox Eris. Hang on, I gotta take this call, man.
What, you're leaving, Chip?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, you're already on. Ramsey's not dancing at the party. It's a weird movie. Yeah, Janice is pretty cool if you haven't heard them. I think you write the albums down? I don't even remember what he just said. Nox Eris is the second one. The first one is Eyesore was the big single off that, which is a really good song. I think there's a song called 6 Letters Sent, I think. That song's good. The whole album is good, but if you want to start with one, I'd check out Eyesore.
Sorry about that, man. I'm back. I never really lied.
It's all good.
It's a work call.
Red Right Return, yeah. I'm just looking up managers of the Parabell YouTube account. I gotta make sure Chip's knocked off of there.
Yeah, remove me.
For his cavalier ways.
Well, I was always told the best way to lose special privileges is by distributing them. I've ever told you that?
Yeah.
I done broke my own rule.
Take Chip off. Scold Chip.
One harsh public scolding coming right up.
Chip, you ever seen Cloverfield?
No.
Did you watch Rise of Skywalker again?
I have not watched it again.
Yeah, I watched it a couple days ago. Did you only see it at the theater once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time. Ooh, what is this?
I mean, I still liked it, but just some of the annoying things were still there. It's just... you can even block and like reply to users individually from the chat there, Chip.
Yeah, this is so annoying. I wish I could have OBS up. Because I either have to
Why?
have the full screen Zoom window up or the chat window.
What, you can't have both?
No, it won't let me.
That's weird. You can't minimize. Like, my Zoom screen's not even up.
If I minimize my Zoom screen, that controls what goes into OBS, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I have like OBS has got Zoom as an input, so if I minimize my Zoom, it changes the aspect ratio in OBS too. It's kind of lame. So hang on, dude. Here comes the window. All right, you there?
Yeah.
I need to like do that just every so often just to keep it. Yeah, the roar.
The roar.
We are planning on getting together to like for the band to rehearse before Kevin is able to, so that if the music's tight, you just add the voice on top of it. But
Dude, I don't even know if I can. As of right now, like everybody is got like travel bans and all kinds of crazy crap where I'm at.
Yeah, it's kind of
like I just got an email from like Canada because you have to sign up. Well, you don't have to be. You can sign up for this like update thing for if you're traveling abroad and basically if you want to know what's going on with the border. And I just got an email saying Virginia, Maryland, DC are all like doing lockdown type stuff, and I'm like, well, those are literally the 3 states I'm surrounded by, or am in. So we might be, I don't know what's going to go on with that show.
Yeah, we may be fooped.
I'd say in another couple of weeks we'll have to figure out because those bans or whatever are on until the 10th of June. So I have no clue what that means.
Are they really?
Yeah. Dude, I swear you go to YouTube and try to use their help on how to like, do stuff, and none of the stuff it matches anymore because they've updated their systems but not updated their help. It's like, oh, just go to this link. That link doesn't exist. Okay, well, what about this? That's not there either. Freaking stupid, man. So you just got to click around like an idiot and hope you stumble upon the right link based on stuff that's vaguely similar.
Do you keep like a like a note on your phone of like all the songs and their BPMs and tunings and stuff, or no?
Sometimes. Which one? What are you looking at for?
I'm just curious. I'm like, I need to start making my. I mean, I swear I had like a spreadsheet that I made that had the tunings and the BPMs for everything. Not for
Well,
everything, but
I have a bunch of the BPMs, but not all of them.
yeah. And if I look at like stuff we did for Rose, like I'm pretty sure there's emails where we like had the BPMs in the emails where we sent them back and forth. But
Yeah, if I go into the... That's weird. If I go into the manage permissions or whatever, restream's not in there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
that would be good.
Tomorrow our entire channel will be wiped and it'll be all anime.
It'll all be Raid Shadow Legends ads.
Yeah. Well, I subscribed to a channel and his channel got wiped out and they started playing these weird animes and then they started playing WWE Raw live events and they just kept getting tons of views and then the channel got disconnected because it was copyright infringement.
It's got a
I
little,
think Kyle is
little
MIA.
DT in it. Modulation off.
Yeah, we'd like to play in Houston. I sold tab books on the site. Yeah, we've talked about doing a tab book, but books are expensive to even get made if you do a small run, which sucks, but
It's funny, like I would actually be interested in a tab book.
yeah, you could do it. It's just like to make a book that big, and depending on how many you do, like when I did my book and I had a run of, and then my book's pretty small, it's like 180 pages and it's only like a 6x9 size book or less, and it's no color. You're looking at like that was almost $10 to make a book. So you got to figure what are you going to sell it at, and the bigger it gets with pictures and however many pages, as it starts to go up and up, right? So if it costs you $20 to make the book, you know, what are you going to sell it for? $25, $30? And then how many people are going to buy it that play guitar and want to play our crapola, Chip? We want to play your crapola. Chip, you got no headphones on?
No, I don't. Do I need them?
I don't know.
Are you getting some bleed?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't have it too loud, but there it is. But that's headphones. Is that better? Is that better?
I think it sounds the same.
Sounds the same. Yeah. No, I would be interested in a tab book just for myself, so that when it's time to play so when it's time to play a show.
Well, you can. I think they've got a program that you can run the parts through and it tabs it all out. But I think you would need to have the parts all like separated, which you could do.
Yeah.
So what is everybody else up to tonight?
I've tried several Hughes and Kettners, but I've never tried a Rotosphere. It's like a Univibe pedal, I think. One of my friends had one. I mean, I've heard them. I just haven't personally played through one.
It's ESO. I don't even know. Chip, did you watch that that Goldfinger video
Which one?
where they're playing Here in My Bedroom, but they're called Quarantine Version or whatever?
No.
Do you know that band?
I know of them.
Do you remember Here in Your Bedroom? That was like their big song, I think.
No.
This guy keeps quoting Nacho Libre. Weird, Chip. You and I were talking about how our kids love Nacho Libre.
Yeah, my 10-year-old boy. Isn't yours 10 too? Or 11?
He's almost 14.
Oh, shit. It's like between my two.
I know, he's almost 15. 14? It's 2005.
This would be 15.
Yeah.
So Kyle's not coming, I guess.
He's putting together another desk and mowing his lawn.
Shit, if he's putting together a desk, he better be on the stream.
Yeah. Can't usually put that desk together on unless he's being watched. What'd you do on the weekend, Chip? Anything interesting?
Not really. I mean, I've been working a lot. Like, just shit's kind of crazy at work right now. So I'm not getting all the extra time that everyone's talking about. I'm working a lot, but Sunday I just like hung out at the house and did. Well, I just say that I wanted to hang out and do very little, but Kelsey and her dad like went to the nursery and like got some apple trees and some other plants, and Matt didn't have to do a lot, but we ended up working outside a little bit.
Were you planting apple trees?
Yeah.
Where?
In the planter by the street in the front yard. I had 2 trees that like didn't quite make it, so I had to dig those up.
So now, since this virus might knock everyone out, you're gonna have apples to eat at least.
Yeah, apples and oranges. I got orange trees, apples. I got pumpkins which I don't really like eating pumpkins, but
You got pumpkin trees?
well, they're not trees. They grow on a vine.
Are you gonna have them on your front yard?
The side, like outside the kitchen bay window.
Oh, yeah. A pumpkin patch?
Yeah, kind of. Well, not like a lot, but
Do you need a scarecrow?
You got a good scarecrow guy?
Scarecrow boat?
Have you been watching that?
I've watched it so many times.
Oh, who was it that didn't? Kyle?
I think, yeah, Kyle was the one that hadn't watched it. the Three Skins. Their band's called Mouse Rat, but when Andy doesn't sing for them, they call themselves Rat Mouse.
I love that part how he thinks that they've like kicked him out of the band. They're like, dude, we've been trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
For like 2 weeks.
When he sings that song. He's like, I made some really good nachos that everybody said they loved. He's like, you gotta melt the cheese. I watched a bit of WrestleMania just to see what it was like because there was no audience. Did you see that, Chip, at all?
No.
It's super weird.
It's like how it should be, right?
Yeah. That was even weirder. And it was 2 nights. Like 2 nights worth of that.
Dude, my buddy, like his son is like crazy into that. And he's gone. It's been in Houston.
Yeah.
Quite a few times, and my buddy does pretty good for himself, right? So he gets like a VIP package for his son. I mean, he doesn't, the kid asks for much, and he's a decent kid, right? So he's like, fuck it, we'll get, good seats or what, I don't know. They come with these lawn chairs, not lawn chairs, but folding like chairs.
Right.
He said walking out, somebody offered him like $400 to buy their chairs because they're like, you like sit in them for the show. They're like padded chairs, but they're like all. Is it WWE or what's the?
Yeah, WWE.
So they've got like the WWE graphic and like whatever the Raw 137, whatever the event is or whatever.
Right.
So he was like, no, we collecting these chairs. I'm like, I would have sold them, man. You really need.
You know what it sounds like?
What's that?
Sounds like we need to get ourselves some office chairs.
Right, and some vinyl cutters.
Yeah, and then just sit outside wrestling events and just put the name on it and be like, dude, I
could let go of it, like maybe.
Yeah. My kid really wants this chair. He loves sitting.
It's like his favorite thing to do. It's one of the reasons why he likes wrestling is because you can sit down and do it. You can watch it.
Just sit. I thought you were gonna say they give them chairs and then the chairs can get picked up by the wrestlers and hit someone with it.
Yeah, you can pick it up and fold it and then break it over someone's head.
What about Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
What's that?
Did you ever watch wrestling?
No, never.
Never?
Never, ever. Never got it, man. Just do not get it. Hey, I'll be right back, dude. I need to run do something.
Yeah, WWF is what is WWE. They had to change their name because the World Wildlife Foundation already had WWF. So they changed it to WWE. Yeah, I watched wrestling back in Coco Beware, Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Honky Tonk Man, $1 Million Man, all the men. I watched it when they would wrestle nobodies, and the nobodies would never win. I'm trying to think who else. So Rick Rude. I actually saw Rick Rude live fight, I think, the Ultimate Warrior. Papa Shango. Who else was there? Tito Santana. Doink the Clown. That was right around when I started to get out of it. Let's see. Marty Jannetty. Brutus the Barber. Beefcake. Yeah, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. The model, Rick Martel. Oh, there's so many. Demolition. What was the guys that were like Demolition, but red? A Big John stuff. Who were the red guys that were like Demolition? Can't remember what they were called. The Bushwhackers. Junkyard Dog. I can't think of those red guys. They wore like big football pads with spikes on them. Anybody remember that? I don't think it was the Road Warriors. Legion of Doom, that's who it was. I haven't had like Bam Bam Bigelow. Who else? Virgil. The Rockers, yeah. Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. Vader. Oh, who's the guy that was like his manager was Master Fuji or something? Who was that guy? Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji was his manager. Harry. Yokozuna. I saw him too, I think. I went to 2 wrestling events. Oh no, Chip's not here and we're losing our thing. Shit. It's just gotta reset something. There he is. Good job. Yeah, we're using this program that we haven't paid for yet. So it only gives you so much time before it does that. Because we're trying to figure out the best way to stream, and we think we have it, but we're waiting for this login for this other thing and blah blah. Then once it's all good, we should be good to go and won't have to have any of these issues anymore. It's surprisingly difficult to stream to 2 different places from 2 different places. Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter. Jesse the Body. That was funny. Good old wrestling. Rick Grimes. Oh, really? I stopped watching The Walking Dead. Like, the season after... what's his name? The baseball bat guy. I watched the first season he was in it, and then I stopped watching. Yeah, Negan. Yeah, Walking Dead got the worst season was the one where they were walking to, what was it, Terminus or whatever? Is that what it's called? Where they spent the whole season just walking, and then there was the one where there was the cannibals. Dude, I don't remember. The cannibals were there for like 2 episodes or something. I don't know. It got a little. And some of the characters were lame. I saw the one where they did the pikes in the field with the heads. Saw that stuff. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, and that big stupid cliffhanger where Negan didn't kill someone, I thought was really poorly done. I think it would have been way more effective if he killed someone, then had the cliffhanger, then had him kill someone else. That would have been way more interesting. Instead, they just pissed everybody off. The other thing I hate about The Walking Dead is the mid-season stupid, whatever they call that, mid-season break or whatever. No. I'm not into that. If they had killed someone on the final season, no one would have had any clue that he was going to kill someone else, and it would have been way more impacting. Because it would have been like, the talk would have just been about the person that he killed. Okay, it's all good. But no, they had to circle jerk for another episode. And then the whole what's his name? It's been so long since I've watched it. The second guy that got killed, Glenn. When they faked his death, that was really stupid as well.
Yo, what are you talking about? Walking Dead?
I'm talking about Walking Dead. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. I made it up until like I think I watched one season with Negan, the baseball bat guy. And I saw a fair amount of like the season after you meet him. I think I may have seen the whole thing.
That's like the exact place I stopped.
Yeah.
Did you see where the girl killed herself I think she was in a coffin, and she killed herself so that she would become a zombie so that she could attack Negan? Did you see that episode?
I think I may have.
That was, I think, potentially the last season of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got... Yeah, I know they did a time jump. I don't know. I might go back, but... What season are they on now? 10?
I don't know.
Joe Exotic in The Walking... Oh, I saw where they killed the tiger. That episode made me really mad, too, because it was pointless. It got to the point where they would just kind of kill people off for shock value and not actually good storytelling.
Yeah. Doing good.
Chip, did you see they're supposed to be putting out another episode of Tiger King?
I haven't seen. I've heard, people have told me that, but like, I don't know like where that's come from, or I haven't seen anything on it. I just have heard like I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with Tiger King. Like it's the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in my life, and infatuated with the whole thing. Like I can't believe it's real, and that's like actually human beings.
Chip, did you watch Walking Dead real time?
No.
So you watched it like after?
Yeah, like way after.
Oh, way after.
Yeah.
Dude, I love zombie stuff, but anybody play the Walking Dead Telltale game, the first one? I watched the first season of Jack Ryan. It's really good. Started watching the second season, but just kind of stopped for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, the balls thing was crazy weird.
It's so ridiculous.
And then I thought the balls thing was weird, but I mean it's like a super out of touch trashy guy with zero couth. But the singing at the funeral, I thought that was maybe weirder than the balls thing. And then she's like over there clapping, the mom is. It was just so weird. And then the outfit, he's got the priest collar on, which is from the Here Kitty Kitty music video.
Yeah, it's pretty pretty stupid.
Could only stand 5 minutes. You need to give it another try, Leslie. I'm telling you. Although, it just depends. Like some people, it would be upsetting for them. Like I have a family member who's a therapist, and just that much mental illness in one screen would really upset her. Because like that's a lot of people who need help, who aren't getting it, and I don't know. It's
Chip, did you see my outfit I just got ready up here?
like golden nuggets to that boy. What are we looking for? What am I? Did you send me something?
No, check this. Check your video.
Oh, sorry.
this
I have
seems
to pick. It's either the chat or the. Oh, that's fire, dude.
Got myself a new scarf.
Is that a cheat or a Redskins?
No, it's
Hup or a Gryffindor?
Hell yeah, Chip.
I got a Gryffindor tie.
Oh yeah. She Fell is not on iTunes. That's because our old record label was a bunch of dumbasses. Dude, we tried to get the acoustic set on iTunes. I don't know if it's on there now, but they wouldn't do it. Hulkamania. Hulkamania scarf. I should just take a She Fell and put it on iTunes myself. I wonder what that would do.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Song of Storms.
Chip, did you buy that new Link game?
I was going to. I mean, I am going to. I still haven't beaten Breath of the Wild all the way.
Lame.
Well, I told you why.
Oh yeah, because you lost your save.
My son lost my Switch, that whole thing.
Yeah, so oh, you should get that new Zelda though. It's really fun.
Link's Awakening?
Yeah. That whole Evans Blue thing was a big mess. That's all I'm gonna say about it. A big, stupid ass mess.
So Leslie said I cannot play any songs on touch tunes. I've had someone ask me about that before. Like, how do we? I don't know. Like, how we get
I think we are. Oh, actually, I don't know if we are. That's like a. I have no idea how that works.
Is that JLK vids and reviews and fitness or JIK?
Jilp? Like I jilp you? You know what that's from, Chip?
From what?
Jilp? Like I jilp
Yeah,
you?
yeah. That's
It's a deep cut. It's a deep cut.
that's I know what that is. It's from the Scrabble game they're playing.
Yeah.
And Creed's like challenge.
Yeah.
So it's JLK. So JLK, not a fan of Chan Dandler.
You? I thought you had bought his autograph just recently.
No, I'm a huge fan of Chan Dandler. He's my favorite vocalist. I tried out for that band before this one.
All right, I gotta find. Where's the manager of the YouTube, real quick? I gotta make some changes. So I bought a little router chip. You know what that is? A router
Like,
for wood stuff. Wood router.
oh yeah.
So I buy this router, and I'm thinking about it for like 4 days whether I should buy it because it's a really good deal. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go for it. So they make this attachment for it. So basically, you can run it on a straight edge so that you can, route in the middle of a piece of wood if you wanted to do like a dado or a rabbit or whatever, where you can. Anyway, it's an attachment that lets you do a straight line in the middle of a piece of wood. So I buy that. I'm looking. It's on Amazon. It's on eBay. They're everywhere. So I place the order on eBay. All good. 2 days later, he cancels the order, gives me my money back, no explanation. But now you can't buy that attachment anywhere now. It's completely gone off the internet. So I'm thinking that he realized that now they're going for big money for some stupid reason. So he canceled my order so he could sell it again for a higher amount. I'm pissed, Chip.
I understand. You shouldn't have fiddle fucked around. You should have fucking acted when you knew you had a good deal.
No, I bought the router is all good. It's just this stupid attachment.
Do you really need the attachment, or was the attachment just a good deal?
The attachment was like, Amazon had it for $21. I bought it off of eBay for $16, but now nobody has it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like completely gone off the face of the earth.
Nah, it'll come back.
Like toilet paper. Toilet paper and fucking router guides.
And sanitizer.
Those are the only things sold out at my store. Is some toilet paper and sanitizer. Everything else is stopped. Yeah, everyone's stockpiling router edge guides. When they build their apocalyptic shelters, they're gonna have some really sweet joints. Ugh. I don't think you can make hand sanitizer because all alcohol is is sold out too. All like rubbing alcohol is sold out. Isn't that the main thing you need?
Yeah, but you could use Everclear.
I thought they posted something saying that their alcohol's not strong enough.
Everclear is like 90% alcohol.
Yeah, but I thought they posted something.
It's like grain alcohol. It's like, right?
Yeah, that and hand sanitizer or aloe vera, but I can't get either of those things anywhere.
Dude, JLK makes
Yeah,
hand sanitizer.
we had a lot of prepping stuff too, so we were pretty good for that. Not as much as I would want. I'm into that prepping stuff, Chip.
I know you are.
I like it.
Do you have a bug out bag?
I do.
Do you have a
It's-
gun?
Chip, the only way you're gonna know if I have a gun,
Is
you
when I
won't be
pull mine
alive
on you.
to know that I had.
Is when I pull mine on you and you give me your bug out bag.
It is, Chip.
No, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it's got
The first guy with a gun is gonna really enjoy taking that from you.
It's got Molly and all that garbage.
Oh damn, you're ready to party in the apocalypse.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, Chip.
I'm talking about your Molly.
My Molly?
I'm joking. I know what you're talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No, oh, you're talking about some kind of.
I'm talking about partying. You talking about you got you got Tucker supplies for the apocalypse.
You Tucker? Yeah, Tucker's definitely.
He's set. He's got plenty of Molly for COVID-19.
Tucker's gonna be that guy, you know, in movies when there's like an apocalypse and everyone's all serious, but there's that one goof that's like he's kept alive because he's just a total goof. He doesn't contribute or anything. That'll be him.
Well, I'm surprised that you hear the story about Jared Leto coming out of the desert and like didn't know what was going on.
No. I mean,
yeah,
I think
he had been meditating on some like retreat.
I didn't know it was true.
Well, that could happen to Tucker months from now.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Arrested Development?
Like when it was in its original airing. It was one of the few
Yeah.
shows for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like I loved that show when it came out.
So you didn't watch season 4?
You're the one who told me about it. And I mean I've meant to go back and watch it, but
A lot of people don't like it, but
I just feel like it would have lost its magic on all those years off.
It's just filmed differently. It's kind of the family's not together as much, and it's out of time. But I think Netflix put it to where it was in time, which I don't like that. I thought it was good the way it was. But anyway, there's a whole thing where they go into the desert and do that. They like trip out on heat tents or whatever, and you know how the father is a twin.
The old
Do you
man?
remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would put one twin in the hot tent, and then they would swap him out with the other twin, and he'd be totally refreshed. They'd be like, "See, you guys can't do this because you're not strong enough." Talking about Young Guns the band or Young Guns the movie?
Oh shit, hang on. The
Oh,
window's
shit.
open again. I need to just do that, like just every so often, just turn it off and back on before it
Yeah.
gets out of control.
Hopefully next one we won't have to worry about that. I think Mike's must be caught up in whatever he was doing to get you that information.
No, he sent it finally. but-
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do it next time. Chip, I just found out that I can get a gun in Canada, so I might be packing heat next time. Next time you come around,
Oh, you gonna be ready?
could be. You're talking about Lost in Space, the TV show, or the movie?
I don't think the TV show is cheesy, but the movie
TV?
may have been.
Did you watch Lost in Space, the TV show?
Yeah, I watched the TV show when I was a kid, but I never saw the movie.
Oh no, they did a reboot,
Like a new show or a new movie?
new show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Dude, did you ever watch The Addams Family from back in the day?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you had to, right? Like they were big when we
Yeah.
were younger.
Totally.
Kelsey had never seen them, and we watched them over the weekend.
The show?
The movie.
Oh,
The
the
90s.
movies with
Christina Ricci.
Fester's played. Yeah, Fester's played by Doc Brown.
Yeah. Dude, he is the perfect Fester. He's so good.
Dude, they made an animated movie just recently, and we watched that just not too long ago.
No, I have not.
It's pretty good. Yeah, the monsters were funny too. Chip, did you ever watch the Brady Bunch movies?
Yeah, I did.
Those are all right.
I definitely watched the shows, like the reruns of the old Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the Lost in Space Netflix series is worth checking out. I also watched a show called Messiah. That's a pretty interesting show. If you guys want to check out some other show, if there's not enough shows for you out there, considering there's about 1,000 shows. I'm watching the Picard show right now. So Kyle never responded, eh?
Well, he asked what time. Did you send him the room information and shit?
I just told him we were on now, and he didn't even read it. Picard is all right. I'm probably 3 or 4 episodes in. Depends how much Star Trek you like, really.
Where's the...
People say it's really woke, but I don't see that myself. Star Trek's always been kind of woke.
Yeah, as woke as Star Wars? I don't know.
No, Star Trek's always been like super woke.
More woke than Star Wars?
Yeah. I mean, it's always been like a diverse cast, and they have like issues that are...
I never watched it.
There's no money, there's no... You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Never watched it. I just know that you had Princess Leia.
Like they had a female captain back in the 90s.
Dude, back in the 70s, Princess Leia was running a crew.
Yeah, but she was wearing a bikini.
Not in that scene.
Yeah, but eventually she was.
That's true. But what? Just because she's smart and powerful, she can't be sexy too? What's wrong with you?
And she had to be rescued, Chip?
No,
Come
dude.
on.
Even when she was being rescued, she was cutting on him. Talking about, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
No, I'm talking about in the Jabba.
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to tell me that you hate Rey because she's a woman and she didn't have to train? You didn't see a whole movie of her training?
Whoa, bro. I am simply stating the
You know there's men Jedi too, Chip, right? You know that. I hope you realize
Dude,
there are men Jedi with
How
problems
dare
as
you
well.
bring up the issues of women Jedi? Don't you know that men Jedi don't have perfect existence? You are like the most cucked Star Wars fan in history.
I know.
People are insane, dude. Hopefully no one takes me seriously, like, right? Everyone has to know that we're being sarcastic, but
You and I are both super woke.
yeah, people are crazy. And I'm glad you got into that with David from Janice, like, because I wasn't gonna bring it up, but good God, what kind of jackass comments on someone's video like that? Like obviously, like, after talking to him, like, I really like his concept. I'm not saying it's for me or for us, but like at first I was like, how do you make a song about one thing and make a song about another thing? I mean, people spend their entire lives working for a cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his point was that, like, they're not trying to get in the way of it. They're just trying to, like, let people know that, like, hey, this is an issue, and these are great people at these organizations that are doing great things to fight it. And if you want to help, that's who you should go see.
Yeah.
But for someone to be like, oh, That's not an issue because, issue B exists. Therefore, issue A is irrelevant.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
I don't understand how people.
Oh, people, they're insane, dude. Yeah, I'll be right back, man. Hang on.
Yeah. Wait, did you?
Did I what?
I'm interested in the. I was gonna say, did you reset the static?
Oh, I'll do that real quick before I go. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Kenobi series. I mean, I'm interested in anything Star Wars, so. I've heard of Big Mouth. I think I don't know if I watched that. I watched. Shit. I started watching the Orville show. I actually like that. I don't really like what's his name, Seth, whatever his name is, but I like the show. Thought it was pretty good. It's kind of like Galaxy Quest, the TV show, sorta. Not as good as Galaxy Quest, but good enough. My only issue with the sequel trilogy is that they retconned in Rise of Skywalker. They retconned too much stuff from Last Jedi, because I didn't hate Last Jedi like most people. The scene where they go to that casino is stupid. They shouldn't have done that, but other than that, the rest of it was fine to me. I don't know if I think we talked about it before, but I would have had them go to the ship and find, if they were going to find some dude that was going to save whatever, Benicio del Toro, they could have found him on the First Order or whatever ship and just bypass the whole Canto bite. And I didn't love Rose, but she got really burned on Rise of Skywalker. They totally screwed her, which is disappointing because she got harassed so bad on Twitter for something stupid. And then then Abrams just writes her out pretty much. And yeah, it could have had something more interesting with Benicio del Toro's character. It was weird. And I kind of thought it'd be cool. I don't think they should have killed Phasma off. That could have been good, but there's things I would change about all the movies, but like Force Awakens, I would have had them not destroy the planet because it was way. I mean, it's very similar, obviously, to New Hope, but it could have made it different by maybe just not just completely destroying the planet. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do about Star Wars now. Are they supposed to have a new trilogy, or? What they should have done in Rise of Skywalker, though, for sure, is that last scene, or the scene when all the Jedis are yelling at Rey, they should have had the Force ghosts of all those people there. Now that would have been cool. Because I think Ahsoka, or whatever her name is, she said something. They should have had her there. That would have been really cool. I don't know if that Rian Johnson trilogy is happening since everybody hates him. Well, I don't hate him. I thought it was different and interesting. I like Rogue One though. Rogue One is one of my favorites of all Star Wars. Solo was kind of whatever. I didn't love it, but what they should have done with the prequels, if you go all the way back to the prequels, which are I don't like the prequels much at all. I think they're just bad. They shouldn't have ever had him as a kid. They should have had him and I would have rather have had him and Obi-Wan just buddies, not necessarily even have Jedis right away. But the problem is they have to have these Jedis training from when they're kids, which is stupid. The whole time they're supposed to be best buddies, but they don't. They are annoyed with each other like all three movies. And what I think they really should have done is had Anakin turn into Vader at the start of the third movie or near the start, and then Obi-Wan doesn't know until he fights him and then finds out. That would have been way more interesting. But I think they did that in the Rebels. When Ahsoka, I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't watched Rebels in quite a while, but when she fights Vader, I don't think she realizes that it's Anakin or whatever. The Clone Wars TV show made Anakin way more interesting. Oh yeah, they did Vader so stupid in Revenge of the Sith or whatever. Made him look so stupid. He walks out of that thing. He says that stupid no, and then they put that no in Return of the Jedi. Absolutely ridiculous. The Clone Wars cartoon does Anakin really, really well. You have to watch it in a certain order, though. It's weird. They didn't release it in the right order, so if you have to Google it to watch it in we have to watch in a certain order. See, I think with him coming Vader, it would have been cooler if it was a slower build. So like maybe every movie or something, he's getting more and more, where he starts to get almost addicted to the robotic parts of him. I think that would have been way more interesting. If you wanted to have the love nonsense, just have Anakin and Obi-Wan want the same person. That makes more sense than why he turned. If you guys ever if you want to watch a long review of the prequels, watch the Red Letter Media reviews of the prequels. They're pretty funny. Younglings. I hate that word, younglings. That's going to be the stupidest word I've ever heard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have it start when they're late teens or something, and they're just buddies, and they start to realize they can do shit. But you have to they made the Jedis have to be all fucking I don't know, it's just whatever. They made the Jedis the way they made them, lame as hell. and then you got the goofy kid as Anakin, which we don't need to see. We don't need to see Vader as a child. It doesn't add to anything. Yeah, and they called him Annie. They called him Annie. It was so stupid. Oh man, it was so dumb. Like the pod racing is cool, but you could have done that when he was older. But I don't even really think it was necessary. And then you have the Jabba the Hutts there, and they all look weird. I don't know. I don't think a lot of those. I didn't need to see young Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, Jar Jar was no good. Someone made a cut of, like they made the prequels into one movie, and it starts with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fighting Darth Maul. That's how it starts. So it basically cuts out the whole first movie, and then ends when Vader takes his first breath, which is way better ending. Even though that's not how I would have done it, but instead we got walking like a baby Darth Vader and his stupid no. And then George Lucas.
You didn't like having young Anakin? Like,
no, I was just saying I was just kind of talking about how I would have redone the prequels, but yeah, no kids crap.
Well, make 3 more movies that start with him like learning to walk and take you all the way up to episode 1. Because I feel like there's a lot of developmental, like Darth's first steps, his first words.
Have you ever seen the original RoboCop?
No.
You haven't seen RoboCop?
No.
Oh, dude. That movie scarred me for life as a kid.
Like scared the shit out of you?
No, just scarred me. Like, there's this scene where this guy falls in this toxic waste, and he's all like ripped up and gooey and everything. And it's just when I was a kid, I saw it. It just screwed me right up. I was so scared of toxic waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that redo of the Vader Obi-Wan fight. It's pretty good. There's some parts that are weird, like when he like force pushes him and it looks kind of weird. The effect's not that great, but I like the concept of it. Yeah, Chip, you're talking about the pre-prequels?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's really a lot of that story missing. You know what I mean? Like, was he an early talker? Long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, seem to be getting hard.
What is this? What's this? Hold on a second.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about that, Kevin. I mean, I don't know if the band's getting harder and harder. Or, I mean,
I don't know about harder, but it was always something that I wanted to, like, I don't want to be, if I'm going to change my sound drastically to be softer, I would just change the band name, or like what we do, we put out secondary albums.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, I think. What? Is there another?
Somebody said that's what she said to the, and get like the harder and harder with each album.
Yeah, I mean, I going into Roosevelt, like I didn't have a ton of impact, I don't think, on like the stuff that had already been written, but like I certainly like wanted it to be a heavy album. I mean, it's clearly not heavy, and it's not all the way through. There's still a ballad, and there's still like mid-tempo stuff, but like I definitely like want to make, like the last thing I wanted was to be like my first album with the band be like perceived as like softening the sound. So, and I'm into heavy music too, so
we come out with like a completely Justin Bieber type album.
Yeah, and then I'd get
We're like,
blamed
well,
for
Chip
it,
is in the
even
band
though,
now.
even though like you could have had everything done before.
Yeah, we don't really write. I don't really think we necessarily write trying to be heavy or anything. We just write what we like, and then that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Who all we got on, man? Who all still listening? Got some people. Pulling up. Oops.
Does Canada love or hate Nickelback? I would say that based on what the radio plays, they wouldn't like Nickelback. Like, our radio does not play anything close to rock. Our radio plays like alternative. I honestly haven't listened to the radio though, and I can't remember the last time I listened to radio in Canada. It's trash. I don't listen to the radio in general. What the hell is that? Chip, what are you doing? Oh, you opened... Chip, did you just open the stream or whatever, and that's why I heard the delayed audio?
Yeah. My bad. My bad.
I have the first Nickelback record. It was released in Canada.
The state?
Is that what it was called? It had Leader of Men.
Yeah.
I like some of their songs, but some of them are just terrible.
They don't deserve the fucking... They're way worse bands, dude. They're just not as popular or didn't get the success, but... Like...
No, the first...
Like, that one, Leader of Men, had a song on it.
The album I have by
Breathe,
Nickelback is called
Breathe?
Curb. That was the first one I have. But it was released in Canada, and then they re-released some songs in America on the state.
Yeah. Yeah, so Leader of Men wasn't on Curb.
Hold on, let me look at Curb.
No, I'm...
Curb over the song Fly?
If I listen to it, maybe. I mean, I've heard that album, because I've heard...
No, I think they re-released Leader of Men, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Curb was just one song. Because the one I have... I don't have that cover where the little kid is sitting on the...
Against
whatever.
The
I have a cover that's more like the cover for Curb.
Yeah. That song Breathe off of The State, that song's badass. Though.
That's the first song I ever heard from them.
Yeah, that song's good.
That's what made me buy the record.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the first time I heard that song, I was like, "Oh, this is badass." Do 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 do.
Yeah, I like that one. That's like, well, "There's smoking dope everywhere around the block." You know that one?
Yeah.
It's called. I think it's called Tucker Struggle.
Yeah. Is it worthy to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I could hear the bird on a word. thing I hate about Nickel songs is all their weird sexual innuendo songs. Those are the songs I can't stand.
Oh, dude, there's one of them that's just so bad. It's so cringy. It's like, I can't believe that they were like, this is a good idea. I've never liked shit like that, though.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm also not a fan, like, Get Stoned, that song from Hinder.
Yeah.
And, like, there's another song that's, like, it's just stuff that's just, like, clearly trying to capitalize on people's, like, fucking delinquency. You're being
Horniness. Their horniness, Chip.
Well, not just that, but, like...
It's not the horniness, it's the loneliness.
It's the loneliness and the horniness.
I
don't know. I just don't like gimmicky shit like that. It just seems cheap.
Yeah. What's the one where it's like you got both hands on the wheels, I got both hands on my gears or whatever? that one.
On my gears, no time was thinking we got focus on a run and I got some He's screaming, no, we're never gonna quit. Animals. Just acting like we're animals.
Yeah. I like that song, the one that's like, say it to me. Say it to me, say it down there. I'll take the world behind me.
Seeing if it's worth saving.
Dude, Crazy Bitch by Buckcherry. We did a bunch of shows with Buckcherry, and I was backstage while we did a festival that was like 36,000 people. It was insanity. But I went backstage for Buckcherry, and it was like it was all topless girls. And once that song came on, all the girls were like topless in the crowd. It's hilarious.
That's so funny. I'm a crazy bitch. Girls like that song.
Actually, a funny thing about Hinder, we did a bunch of shows with them beforehand as well, and I met him, and he was all like, dude, I really like your music. And I was like, that's cool, man. I don't remember what I said because I didn't really like their music, but then they blew up when Lips of an Angel came out, and then we did another show with them, and he didn't say anything to me
because you were rude to him the first time.
Huh?
You were rude to him. You were supposed to be like, dude, I like your music too.
No, I told him I brushed my teeth to Lips of an Angel.
Yeah, right. He could see through your bullshit.
Talk about a band that just went right off the rails after that, though.
Yeah, dude, they flat out disappeared.
I do like that one song by Hinder. What's not the huge one, the one that came after the big one. The one that's like, I really miss your hair in my face.
That's Lips of an Angel, isn't
no,
it?
Lips of an Angel is...
I really miss your hair in my face and the way... Yeah, it is.
I think it's called I Just Think You Should Know. No, So Much Better Than Me or something like that. Those are different songs, Chip. Yeah, that's Lips of an Angel.
I don't know. Something like that. I know it's pretty simple.
Yeah, Better Than Me is what it's called.
Yeah, they're the same song.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. Better Than Me. Just...
Honey, why you calling me? So people love that. Girls love that song, and it's like a big cheat song. It's so weird.
Right? And it's like, they're both clearly toxic people who are good for no one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think the singer's in the band anymore. That's what happens to those bands that get that one big mega single. They just disappear.
They did have a few, though.
Yeah, they had some big ones, but like
the one
Lips of an
album,
Angel.
though.
Lips of an Angel was enormous.
Yeah.
And like same with The Reason.
Yeah.
And same with what was that one by Saving Abel? What was their big ass song?
The
The Down on Me?
Addicted to.
Addicted, yeah. It's because if you get that big single and that's all you have, you rarely can come back from that because people want the next song to be a big single. Whereas if you can build to like just a bunch of mediocre singles,
which is what we're going for.
it's still no, Chip, because these singles chart. We're going for that no chart, no one's heard of us singles.
Yeah.
But if
You can't accuse us of selling out, man.
yeah,
We ain't sold shit.
yeah, we need to start entertainment worldwide. Or no, what was it?
720, because we'll go around the world.
That's
twice.
Yeah, no, that was what was in Step Brothers though.
Prestige worldwide.
Prestige
Worldwide.
You can invest or not.
You.
You want me to shut this
Hey,
down?
yo, D-Man, you want me to shut this down? Oh, here's what I was going to show you.
Entertainment 720. Oh, yeah, that's no good. Chip.
Like how the
Chip.
pick guard just sticks out.
That's pretty good, Chippy. You almost can't tell that that's a green screen.
I'm
or lack
coming
thereof.
live from the Golden Gate Bridge.
Chip's about to play a song from the bridge.
Hang on. Oh no, we're shooting off into space.
What else do you got, Chip? Space in San Francisco?
We got Northern Lights.
Oh, the Northern Lights.
And then this beautiful beach setting, which once again,
Oh,
I'd pretty much disappear.
that one's got waves moving.
Yeah. It's probably using an inordinate amount of processing power on this computer.
Hey, I can do it too. Mine's actually no, mine's. Chip, check mine out. We just write music. We just have a bunch of it, and if it's good, that's really all there is to it. We don't really choose a direction until it starts to get way more into it, I guess. Until we pick some songs that we're actually going to record. But in the meantime, we'll write 15, 20 songs or more. I really miss your hair in my face, Chip. Chip, you don't have grass, do you? I got grass and San Fran.
I got grass too.
That's all I have, though.
Ooh, that sucks.
Wait, you can add your own.
There's the grass. I'm like hiding in the tall grass now.
I got the good. Chip, what do you think of hold on, let me get this sweet background going here. What song do I wish I had written? Hot Cold Darling Don't by Strata. It's a good ass song. You ever heard that song, Chip?
I'm gonna have to check it out. I have not.
Dude, I love that song. Check this out, Chip. Chip, what do you think about that?
Hang on, I gotta switch over to my Zoom. Oh hell
Huh?
yeah! You got the dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. That's so badass.
But my Jurassic Park is not. Oh wait, I can do that. Boom! So if I cover up this spot here, I almost have the perfect Jurassic Park thingamajig here. The hell's that, Chip?
You hearing something?
I'm hearing some.
I'm just playing around to a backing track. It's definitely very David Gilmour-esque. I'm a big Floyd fan.
I don't know. Kiss the Flag. I don't think anybody knows how to play that.
How's that one go?
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know which one he's talking about. That's the Parabell one.
That's the Clocks.
Yeah. Well, that's what, close enough.
Yeah.
Same album.
Yeah, same album.
It counts. I totally know how to play Kiss the Flag, but I don't play the guitar on it. I just sing.
Yeah, I mean, I could figure it out, but all I play are the leads. It's like,
it's da 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 da.
oh yeah. Hang on. That's
pretty simple.
That's a different guitar.
I think you hold on 8.
Oh, I remember it now. Because I played that on bass, and it's like the same.
Yeah, it would be the same on bass.
You know, let me kill this delay. It's gonna sound shitty. That sounds lower than C though.
Yeah, what tuning is that?
It's not.
Sounds like you're in G.
It's not. It's like a little sharp. I don't know why. I've been playing in standard tuning for like the last several days, so like drop tunes are sounding super low to me. So it would actually be not a good amp.
Something like that.
Hang on, the stupid noise doesn't come back. Alright, cool. But yeah. It's been a while, man. We haven't played that song in
A year.
Did we play it at the last show?
I would think so.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Well, it was on the set list. Yeah, we will be playing Dallas or Houston soon, hopefully, when this pandemic is over. And we had some stuff kind of scheduled that we weren't ready to talk about, and then we had a Houston show that like is on the books, but we are dude, I would love to go to the UK. That would be killer. Yeah, we should have some stuff coming once this thing kind of finds some predictability. We can start scheduling rehearsals and shows without, travel bans and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to do anything.
Yeah, we did have a Saliva show scheduled.
I mean, it's still scheduled.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. That's a good point. It's not canceled.
I can't see how we're gonna make it happen. I can't even, in theory, leave my state, and I don't even live in this country.
Yeah, but
my prime minister might be negotiating me home as we speak. Him and Trump. They're like, you take him. They're like, no, you guys can keep him.
So to anyone, I noticed there were like a few people who shared this this stream, or this like started a watch party or whatever you want to call it, and really appreciate like everyone who shares. We're not like shamelessly promoting ourselves usually, like, hey, like and share. But I do want to take a second to explain like why we do need people to share stuff. Like if it's something you think's cool, share it. You know what I mean? Like if you see a video of ours that you think's cool, that you enjoyed, or like one of our streams that you enjoy, share it. If you don't like it, don't share it. But what happens is, so our page has almost 22,000 followers or 22,000 likes, like 21,600 and something. So let's say 21.5, whatever. When we make a regular post or we like go live or whatever, I'm not talking about people who watch it. I'm talking about people who it even appears on their feed is like in the 2,000 to 3,000 range. So when we make a post of a video, it only even shows up on like, less than a quarter, less than a fifth of the people who follow us. So if you're enjoying like any of our stuff, especially those of you who are like asking about shows and tours and stuff, I mean, like the more exposure we can get, the more sense it'll make for us to play more shows and do more tours and make more records, which is like, none of us are trying to get rich. That's like clearly not what we're after. I think obviously we just want to make music, and again, like if you guys share stuff, then it makes it easier for people to see it and potentially like get in front of the right, in front of the right people. So if you see something you like and you want to
and just having the band be able to support like its own like records and stuff, like all that stuff it's not cheap, and we're lucky that when we do pre-sales, people contribute to it. Otherwise we wouldn't be making any music. It's just too expensive. So anything like that could help. And then if you want to join our YouTube, for sure, check that out.
Yeah, Distant Watcher says, point out for YouTube viewers, you need to click the bell next to subscribe. You won't get notifications very quickly if you don't click the bell. So, yeah, and Kieran, thank you. Again, and I know it's hate to be like and subscribe or share and like, but it's just gotten to the point, like, without us paying Facebook, we won't even like we won't even be on the news feed of a fifth of the people who follow us. So, and Justin, thank you. Like, and you know, all you guys who are watching or who watch this later or who share our stuff, we really appreciate it. And I hate asking people to share, but it's tough, man. Without paying Facebook, you don't see even all of your own following, which is kind of shitty,
Stupid.
but I guess it is what it is.
It'd be cool to be like, it'd be cool to have the, the Call of Duty community stuff. We had a song that was put on a video and it got really big. I was actually just looking at My Surrender got put on like an anime video and has like 2.3 million views. That's the kind of stuff that's pretty cool. I don't know how that works because the problem is YouTube's changed a bit in there. So if somebody does that now, they get like not a copyright strike, but they basically get a warning. So if you're trying to make money off your channel and you use a banned song, they're not going to let you make money off your video. So if you have a huge video, you're going to probably want to make the money. You don't want the band to necessarily make the money anymore. So it's kind of hurts bands now to try and even just get placement and stuff because people are too scared to post that stuff anymore because they know YouTube's going to be like, hey, you can't do that, which is good for the band, but it's not good for the band if no one wants to do it anymore.
Yeah, it's catch-22.
Yeah, like when we did those Dude Perfect videos, those got lots of views as well, but I don't think that would even happen anymore. They have like their own music that they can use, and they're not gonna lose the monetization from their video to have a band song on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about royalty-free music.
Yeah, so you can use other bands' music. You can't monetize it, which makes sense for the band, but the band, then you just don't use it. So now the band doesn't get anything, like even exposure, which maybe the band would be cool with just exposure, but we don't even really get that choice.
Yeah. This thing's so good.
We just need to release our music in prisons, Chip. The clear tapes. And, that's it. Prison Platinum. Good to go. Dude, did you know that YouTube is the most convoluted bullshit to try and make any changes to your account information or anything?
What is?
All I want to see is if two-stage YouTube, all I want to do is see if two-stage authentication is on, but I can't even find the place to do that. There is no place to do it. There's no...
Son's name is Miles and spelled the exact same way. So we have been writing some stuff. Kevin and I hung out during Thanksgiving and wrote some demos. But I think what's next on the horizon for us, or like what's right in front of us, is finishing State by State, as well as there's some cover songs that we're working on for fans who pledged during State by State. I can't speak for you, Kevin, on doing another solo project.
I got tons of music for that. I just don't know if it's just expensive and
Do you play
just expensive and that's it. What?
Do you play all the instruments on the?
I did some, but I had Kyle do most of it on the last one. Like I did like lead stuff. Kyle did rhythm stuff just because he's obviously really good at doing that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The best part was how he learned all my songs before he got to the studio.
You're telling me he didn't do that?
No, he didn't learn any of
them. Love it.
Yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't want to do Kickstarter. It's just I don't know.
Dude, this thing sounds really good over here. I don't know about to you. I can turn it up for you if you'd like. You like that, Kev?
The problem with like music these days is buying CDs is like so almost gone, you know? Like we sell CDs obviously, but every album, it's just you're gonna be people that really want a CD are starting to become few and far between just because it's not convenient anymore to have a CD. Dude, I cannot find the place to even look at the freaking settings in this stupid YouTube to change any personal information.
Miles says your solo album was incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I looked at another one, but like I said, it's just pricey.
So Miles thinks Roosevelt was super different from everything else that Parabell's done. I don't know how you feel about that, but we do need to do that. Like, I think we should schedule it because I think there'd be a podcast. Like, people be pretty, I think people would be interested in it.
To do what?
The Roosevelt podcast. We were talking about breaking down the songs. I think we should like schedule it. Like, tell people, hey, we're gonna do that starting Friday night. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
So if anyone who's tuned in who hasn't heard, we were talking about doing were we gonna do one song per night or just go through it song by song?
Yeah, I don't know, kind of whatever.
But just like go through each song and talk about just kind of each of our take on it. Maybe play some of the parts. Talk about how it was written, how it was recorded, and just any interesting stories about that session, which I think would be kind of cool. I was like super into stuff like that. Still am. Like, I'll still watch a making of DVD, or not DVD anymore, YouTube video or whatever. The only problem with starting with the Summit Borderline is that the only person, I mean, they probably enjoy it just as much, but the only person who was there for that that's still in the band is Kevin.
Yeah. I'll tell you how that went. The two guitar players were stoned off their ass constantly. And they always thought they were making really cool stuff, but they were just baked. And I had to like sit there for an hour while they were jamming something. I'd be like, yeah, none of that is a song.
Yeah. It's like, hey, could you two play together for a minute?
Yeah, you literally just played 4 notes in a row for an hour and a half, but you added 700 layers of effects.
So was that written in the studio?
No, we wrote that at Gio's house. We had Blaine on drums, and he was really good. So, but he, of all people, really wanted stuff like in like mapped out.
Oh yeah.
And when you get two guys that, you know, they're just jamming like it's the Grateful Dead. It's hard to do.
Isn't that a Linkin Park song? Making your heart stop. It's something like that. Listen now, what you try.
Some Kyle said yes, it is. It's called "Hit the Floor."
Yeah, we play in A flat, and well, we play in A. I've written some stuff in A flat, but I think bottom may have started off in like lower than that. I can't remember.
We play in all kinds of tunings.
Yeah. I think I may have one here in some super low tuning.
We have stuff in open tunings. We got all kinds of tunings. I don't think we do much standard tuning though, do we? I think drop in the ocean is drop D, maybe. I think that's the highest that we've gone. Chip, can you confirm that?
I don't think there's anything in standard tuning.
There should be.
There should be?
Yeah. I've been asking to have some standard stuff forever. Not necessarily end up recording it in standard. But write in standard. Because if you start in standard, there's room to go down if you want. But if you start low, you can't go down. That's what she said.
We don't have time. But she did.
Yeah. The band name was just Nixon and I were just throwing around words, so because we were going to name the band, and he said parable, like a story, and I said, what about parabel, which is just two words from para's medical terminology, and at that, like, I was going to school to be a paramedic at one point, and then that stuck.
Yeah, so the shit that's on Wikipedia is bullshit.
Why? What's Wikipedia say?
There's something about it being in French for like para means.
Well, para means is the medical part, and then belle means beautiful. In French, yeah, I guess it would. So that's
What is
true,
the para? What is the para?
Well, para is like close to or resembling, like a paramedic is close to, it's like it resembles a medic.
Yeah. That's a pretty low tuning. This is A flat.
Finally, Chip. Oh.
You finally did what?
Chip, after this whole stream, I finally found out where I can see how Restream has access to our stuff.
Did you?
Yeah, that's right.
See, this thing's a little muddy compared to like my other PRS. And I changed. It's got like a PRS USA pickup in it, but I think I'm gonna put a Duncan in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised people didn't know that line in Texas. I've done that song before, and they did know. They did know some stuff.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know.
So Chip, if we give this restream like the full access, which I don't know if they have, but they can pretty much do anything except change passwords, delete the account, or do anything with money, if money was ever made.
Yeah, we don't got to worry about that.
So, well, we made that $2.
I'm just kidding.
We need to make $2 more. We only get paid out if we make 100. So we get to do at this rate. We need to do
some additional podcasting.
One of those kinds of live streams a year. So in about 20 years, we'll get that payout. I don't understand why this site needs so much access to your. I wrote Texas in that song because I was dating a girl from Texas, and that's kind of what that was all about.
You did it why?
I was living in Texas and dating a girl from Texas. So we went our separate ways, so that was kind of just a fun run. Chip, we can do a fun run. For the cure, Chip, for the cure.
That was a fundraiser? Not a fundraiser.
He lost money.
There were a lot of people who were really bummed out.
Yeah.
Made out to science.
No, the whole neon thing is not like a lady in the night or of the night kind of thing. That's not what that was referencing. Yeah, but see, right now, Chip, Restream can see, edit, and permanent delete our YouTube videos.
Well, because I think you would use the dashboard to potentially be like, no, I don't want to keep that, so it has to have permission to delete it.
What?
Like, so say I end this stream, I have the option, I'm pretty sure, to either keep the video like watchable on our page, or I can delete it.
So are you saying that Restream people can't get into our account?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, I wouldn't think so either. It seems very odd. I don't keep up with anybody in Evans Blue.
Yeah, I've talked.
I did manage to get my grandpa's guitar back, but I'm still missing a bass and a violin. They would have to write me a fat check to science before I talk to anybody in that group.
Yeah, I talked to Pitter not that long ago. I keep up with him more than you do.
The only time I talked to Pitter was like he wanted to. I had asked my ex that we're still friends, and she knew Pitter, and I was like, can you ask him just to give my grandpa's guitar back? And then he wanted to be like, I'm only giving it back if we can meet up. And I was like, no, just give it back. Chip, the static's coming in.
No, it's old.
And then he ended up meeting somebody and gave them my guitar. That's the only guitar I cared about. The bass was whatever. It was like a Yamaha bass, gold hardware. He gave the guitar to someone who gave it to me, basically. So no, he gave my grandpa had an old slide guitar, and I had it at our jam space. And so when all that stuff went down, he had it, and like this was probably 8 years later, I finally got it back. And then he has like a bass of mine, and then I had this violin that was there, and probably some other stuff too, but it's whatever. So he gave my grandpa's guitar back, which is all I really wanted back. The other stuff I don't really care about. But he wanted to meet up, and I was like, no. He'd probably rob me, Chip. Probably take money out of my wallet.
He's gonna beat your ass.
I wasn't looking. What?
He was gonna beat your ass and take your wallet.
Steal my car. If I was going to do a different album, we've actually talked about it. We were going to call it Parabel 2.0, but so if we ever wanted to do a like drastically different album, we've thought about that. The problem is, again, it's costly, and you never know if that's going to make its money back, which it's got to at least do that.
What was that in reference to?
You just asked if we would ever do like a spaced out Pink Floyd type album.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like Kyle and I have written a bunch of songs that are not Parabel songs, but could be like a secondary thing. We actually had another band that we had started as well. But we never ended up doing anything with it. The only money we make now is just streaming, basically, and some the odd sales. We usually do pretty well with pre-sales to cover stuff, so. No.
I think my guitar is too low for that. Something like that.
Yeah, my glasses are reflecting it, but I don't really care. I don't think there's anything too important on my screen. Just my bank account information. It's my mom's maiden name.
Your first dog's or your first pet's name, the street you grew up on.
Yeah.
Our persistent stream key.
I think we're trying to get some one of those. I don't know if I don't think the band could get anything like that. Plus, I'm not American, so.
What's that?
Like you said, we should apply for unemployment for the band.
Right.
They are doing like stuff for bands if you're like missing shows and stuff like that. There's doing some kind of grant or something. But who's gonna get those? The bands that probably don't necessarily need the money. Chip, is that a PRS, the Mushak one?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Chip, why don't you play the difference between Damsel and You Kept Me intros?
Versus. So, the tunings are messing me up a little bit.
Yeah, I think we've actually looked into that whole pandemic thing or whatever. I think we're looking into it because we had more than just one show lined up. So, right, we like literally right when we were gonna potentially announce that stuff is when all this went down. $2,400 a month, that's not bad. But I don't. Yeah, I think Kyle was looking into that. Chip, did you end up playing with Kyle sending anyone on that?
I talked to him about it, and then we played phone tag a little bit today, and
Did he say he applied for it?
I don't know if he applied for it or not.
We're set for toilet paper for a little while.
Yeah, I like Damsel too. That's a fun song to play live.
Yeah, that's one of my. $10K grants. There you go.
That's what I was looking at.
That's almost enough for an album. Actually, if you're going to Canadian right now, the exchange is pretty good in terms of American to Canadian money.
Yeah, no, that'd be a good.
That's if I can even
nice
get back to
come up
Canada.
for old Parabel. Pinup is what's the one with the long? That's Painted. The one with the long solo on the end.
Pinup is the one that starts with picking. You're not the first girl.
To ride her arms or fears on her arm or something.
Yeah, cut her or whatever in or whatever. I haven't even heard that song in years.
No, that's a killer song. I like it.
Yeah, that was one that the label wanted to push that as a single. And then everyone realized that it's super dark lyrically.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I guess we can't.
You still could.
Labels are so stupid.
I
think we should have put out Red Dress first. If I had my choice, I would have released Red Dress and not Pursuit.
Yeah, Red Dress is badass. Yeah, Fear's badass too.
Yeah, I think Fear is probably the only Evans Blues song that has never been played live. From any of that era, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, like, I want to focus on playing Parabel songs, but, you know, people want to hear some of this stuff, and talented a vocalist as he may be, Chan Dandler isn't really doing it justice.
Throw it down. Yeah, Dear Lucid is a fun song to play.
Yeah, Pinup is dope. Pinup would be tight. That'd be fun for me, because I could just kind of go off at the end, just play guitar.
Which song?
Painted, sorry. Painted has got the long interlude at the end. And so, like, it'd be fun to just kind of know the count and just fucking shred until it's time to, like, go to the changes.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
I would have released Q as well, probably for a single. That song could have been a single. Maybe a third or fourth. But instead our label screwed everything up royally. Like a bunch of buffoons.
Fucking labels, man.
Yeah. We just need that clout. Shit, we need that internet clout.
Yeah, we need those shares, guys.
Yeah. I'd go like our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this apocalypse wasn't happening, we would have more content going up there because we were supposed to get together and do some stuff. But
right. The one thing I think that's come from this though is like us going live and like getting comfortable with like the equipment and the programs and the shit we need to do it. I feel like that has come from this, because like I don't know if we would have done this, like going live and shit, like otherwise. I mean, we had the podcast scheduled, but this is like kind of forced it on us.
Well, and if I had better internet, we could probably do some more stuff, but yeah, we were on Hollywood. And that was a problem.
I don't
Hollywood
think it's like a sore subject for you though, right? I mean, like, I know that there's like obviously some less than.
Well, no, like what, with Hollywood or just with whatever?
Just want to like we have like a comment from YouTube where this dude's saying I don't bring it up because it seems like a sore spot for Kevin, but yeah, those 2 albums are still on my phone right now. Fantastic stuff.
No, those albums are great.
Yeah, I mean, I
just
figure you
wish
have
I
to you have to
would.
still be
I
proud of
wish
it.
I could have got. I
What's
just
that?
wish I had actually got paid for the money for them.
Yeah,
I said I wish I had actually got paid for the money they made.
yeah,
That's the insulting part.
yeah.
And
So I'm not. Like, there's all of like fucking 15 people even watching right now anyway. But I always thought it was weird. Like I told you, so like I hung out with the people who I think siphoned all the money off that project, and
yeah,
I was gonna let Parker borrow some of my gear to record. What the fuck was that album? Graveyard of Empires.
yeah,
The second Chandandler record, and
yeah.
and so I was gonna let them use some of my baritones, and I can't remember. Like I told him basically because we were friends at the time. Like yeah, whatever, I don't care. Just like you know what I mean. Like I trusted him. I figured I'd get it back. Little did I know that
Yeah.
so many of your personal instruments are in someone else's
Dude,
custody or
you
whatever.
don't
But
lend, don't borrow.
yeah, they gave me the address. So I ended up not shipping my stuff because the shit happened with Howard, and like basically they told me like we can't be friends with you because you're friends with Howard,
So
and
stupid.
so like I didn't like obviously I didn't send my gear, but I already had their address because they were recording it at their house, and it was in a gated community on Lake Michigan.
Yeah, that's where they moved to.
Yeah, but that's like neither one of them have a job,
Yeah, I don't know.
and they have a gated house on Lake Michigan. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and they don't
no.
have any other successful artists.
The whole thing was conflict of interest, but
Oh yeah,
it was my own fault for setting it up the way I did. I instead of I could have easily had 50% of the band, but I shared it because we were all buddies. That's where my big mistake happened. Because you
yeah,
don't think people are going to be like that.
yeah,
Even, I mean, first of all, you never think people are going to be like that to begin with. But um, if I hadn't have done that, nothing would have been. None of any of that would have went down that way.
yeah,
And I remember Mary was even like, "You should take your 50%." And I was like, "No, there's 5 of us in the band. We should split everything evenly because whatever." Even though, like, in theory, the band could have been owned 50% me, 50% Lozon, because Parker or Pitter and Vlad didn't write songs. so if you look at the ownership can really be between the songwriters for money.
yeah.
But I split it 5 ways, and then I split ownership 5 ways, which I shouldn't have done either.
And essentially, you were the victim of a hostile takeover, really.
Right, and Trevor and Mary had a percentage of the ownership too, which we were talking about getting rid of Trevor and Mary, and I think that's where a lot of the stuff really started to go down, because they weren't really being able to do any more for us.
Yeah. It's a fucking.
You know, people.
It's a fucked up business, you know. And I mean, when all you really care about doing is making music,
Yeah.
you really see how much fucking bullshit there is. And I don't even mean that like people to point at and be like, "Oh, you're an asshole. You're fucking up the music business." I just mean like there's so much like peripheral shit, like and like stuff that you and I have spent hours talking about, like what font, what T-shirt designs, what's the fucking album artwork gonna be like, what's our marketing like. We don't have anyone to do that shit for us, so we design our T-shirts, we design album artwork, we fucking shoot the videos, you edit them, but we all work on fucking costumes, and I mean, and it's cheesy shit, some of it, but some of it's like pretty fucking decent. I'm proud of a lot of the shit that we've done, and we don't have anyone like helping us or organizing us, so it's like
No, I mean, I totally think what we've done with no nobody knows who we are. Because even those guys, when all that stuff went down, they wouldn't even like say, "Oh, here's his new stuff," and you know why they wouldn't? Because, you know, Why would they do that?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, like, I don't think it would hurt them, you know? As
it wouldn't
much
hurt
as,
them.
like, to you or me or to them, it's like a us versus them thing. Like, to the fans, like, fans really don't really want to, like, get into that, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if they like Chandler and they like some of his songs, then cool. And they like some of our songs, cool. You're not going to listen to one fucking band your whole
Yeah.
life anyway. So, I mean, unless you're a
Yeah.
Radiohead fan. And so it doesn't, like, it's not like it hurts one the success of the other. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think.
But then we started to hear stuff that was pretty disheartening. Like, we did a show in Houston with a guy who books with Evans Blue, and he told us that Mary called him and told him to cancel our show.
Yeah.
And then we did some radio spots, and the same thing. So I know that there was some actively going on and trashing us to important people in the industry because Mary had tons of connections.
Yeah.
I know that happened because some people told me it happened. The people themselves.
Yeah. Like, told you, hey, you lost something because of this, or told
No,
you, like, hey,
yeah,
she was
told
trying?
you like, oh, like they were just like, you know, that your old manager called and told us not to have you guys in the radio station, or your old manager called and told us to cancel the show.
That's
And we're
ridiculous,
just like,
dude.
yeah,
You'll never work in this town again, bud.
yeah, no. But I promise you this is we will put out more music because I make music because I love making music. I don't make music for the reasons they made music. It's that simple.
What do you feel like their reasons were?
And have they put out music? No, because they're probably maybe not making as much money, and that's why, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're like. I don't know. I don't know what they're. I mean,
I'll put out music till the day that I'm dead because I love making music.
yeah.
I mean, it's part of who you are. If it's part of who you are, you have to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I mean, like, obviously, I'm not. Like, your voice is the draw. I've never made any mistake about that. Hell, I mean, I was a fan before I was in the band. But,
I mean, my only thing is I would like to get to if with Evans Blue we got to play those big festivals, we got to play those big shows. I would like to do that for the guys that are in the band now who've put in all this work over all these years.
Yeah.
I've done it, so I don't really necessarily need to do it again, but I would like it. I would like it if everyone else could experience some of that stuff as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be really good for guys like me.
Huh?
I
What?
said it'd be really great for for guys like me, you know.
What do you mean?
No, I love playing. So
No, I like playing too, but I mean, like it's not that I've been there, done that, so I wouldn't want to do. I would love to play those big shows again, but
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, man. I get it. I just, you know,
I would like everyone else to experience that because they've put the work in, like Justin, Kyle, obviously you.
yeah.
They believe in what we're doing. So it'd be nice if they could see some of that success because we're putting out music that's, in my opinion, just as comparable with stuff they put out. And the only thing they have is the name.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean a name you built, right? Cuz
A name I came up with.
yeah. And I don't know, man. I mean, like I like the music off those albums a lot. So I don't want to take anything from Lozon. It obviously wrote some great riffs and there's some good chord progressions in there. And there's like some stuff like Eclipsed is really cool from the aspect of like it goes back and forth between like natural minor and harmonic minor, but if you don't know music theory, you wouldn't even notice it. So I don't think he did it on purpose. I think it's just it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But the chorus riff, the chorus chord change goes from a major 7 to a minor 7, and it's pretty fucking. Or I'm sorry, like a major second to a minor second. In the same chorus, it has like both, which is really really neat. But my point is that like there's a ton of people with good riffs and good music.
Yeah.
without like lyrics that people can identify or like feel some sort of a connection with, and then like a unique voice, you're just another rock band. So, I mean,
I'm gonna address two things here. EB didn't delete that rap video. It's still there. I just have it. I think I have it unlisted because it's so stupid. And then it's whether I made contacts. It doesn't matter in the music business. You make contacts. You can make friends with all the bands in the world. When a band's on a major tour, they're not usually making the call on who supports them, which is unfortunate because, like when I toured, when we did our first Evans Blue tour, I wanted Framing Hanley, and our management didn't. And I was like, I fought to have them on the label or on the tour, but most bands don't do that. Most bands, a lot of the bands out there that you might like, some of them will even charge you to play shows with them. It's called buying onto the tour. Music is all about money. I don't know a lot of bands who. Do you even know any bands who shout out other bands on their pages? I never see it.
no,
There's no friends in bands. Everybody's always worried that that band is going to get ahead of you somehow, or it's just strange. It's always been very strange to me. Because if I had the power to be a big, where I'm picking a tour, I'm going to pick bands that I really like that no one's heard of so that they can get some exposure. But doesn't work that way now. It works you have to put this band with this band so that more people buy tickets, and it's all about making as much money as you can. It's unfortunate. And it's gotten worse because rock music's kind of struggling. So you have to have these tours where there's like 6 bands that, that everybody knows. You can't have one big band and maybe 3 bands no one's ever heard of.
That and the other thing being too that so if it's not big bands that sell big venues and big tickets, then it is bands that they can supplement their income by charging them to come on the tour.
Right. Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's one or the other. You're either going to sell tickets or you're going to buy on. So
yeah.
But man, I just want to I hate to say I don't care, because don't get me wrong, like there's still, I feel like every guitar player has their own version of that like 9th inning home run, right? Where it's like you're playing a huge stage and everybody's feeling it. But I would rather play to like I don't want to say a small club, but like I'd rather play to like a decent sized crowd of people that are like totally feeling it.
Yeah.
Versus like
all day
playing in the middle of the day at a festival where it's like half the people are getting a beer and the other half aren't paying attention.
The problem, if you play a festival and say it's like we did that festival that had all those people at 36,000, but out of 36,000, even if 5,000 like you, it doesn't matter because there's another 30 that don't care, and that's who you see. So it's like, yeah, it's cool to play in front of those people as like a support, but in terms of the vibe, you're not going to get it as much. But yeah, if I had the choice to play like a festival tour, mid-cart festival tour, or direct support to like a bigger band on a smaller like 1,000, 2,000 person clubs, I'd take the 2,000, 1,000, 2,000 people any day of the week.
Yeah, because you get an opportunity to really connect with them. Even if those people don't necessarily like you, you get a chance to like make them like you.
Yeah, exactly.
But and seeing whether it's playing a small show or like I hate to say an album that nobody hears, because that's not like, what point is that? But like, if it's not like ludicrous like or lucrative like financially, that's okay. I just like, I want to be proud of what we do. Like I want to be able to be like, check this out, this is my band, and it's not like it's a no filler situation. Like I'm proud of every track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, and I don't. That's always like the reason Justin plays with us and stuff like that is because they've, dedication, right? That's the most important thing. And being able to play your stuff. We've had people that could be dedicated that were absolutely terrible musicians.
Yeah. But then you've got people who are terrible musicians and aren't dedicated.
Yeah, yeah, some people. Dude, drummers are the worst. It's in terms of that. You can
I
have
know
a
one
drummer.
extremely well.
Yeah. You can have a drummer who's amazing at the drums but not dedicated, and you can have a drummer that's not that great but he's super dedicated.
And then there's one that I know that he's not dedicated at all, but at the same time is woefully unskilled. But God, he loves being a drummer, though.
Yeah, he likes being a drummer.
Like,
that's what I used to say to my buddy. He was actually a decent drummer, but I'm like, you're good at the drums, but you're not a good drummer. You know, because you can't be in a band. You have no dedication to it. You won't, you know, discipline yourself to be good. But yeah, it's we went through a lot of drummers, so I know I've seen them all.
have you like talked to any of the drummers that like for example, Blaine?
I talked to him. We were gonna have him actually do drums on a record, but it just didn't work out.
I think we should like. I mean, I think it'd be cool to.
I tried to find him, but I wasn't able to find any of his info.
Well, there shouldn't be a bunch of them because I don't think there's a ton of Blake Papalingas or what's his last name?
Blaine Porpiglia.
Porpiglia. I don't think there's a bunch of Blaine Porpiglias running around.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have social media, he was like going to be a firefighter or something.
Really?
So he's probably making that firefighter coin. You don't got time for that band money or lack thereof.
Right. That was like, one of my friends posted like, dude, fucking, since COVID outbreak, I've had like 15 gigs canceled for a total loss of negative $426.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on. So you made money by
Yeah. We'll say Mike Langford did the drums for Roosevelt. Even though I came up with the drums for the actual song Roosevelt, if you recall, Chip.
Dude, I can't wait to talk about these songs because like, and a lot of it's because, and I don't even want to talk like Roosevelt's the one that's the most like I really want to hear how you guys remember it because I remember it one way happening, and I feel like maybe, you know, everyone has a slightly different like interpretation of how it came together.
Kyle and I are gonna be like, yeah, we had it all figured out, and we just let Chip pretend like he knew what he was doing.
That would be even cooler.
No, I'm kidding.
Cause
no, we pretty much wrote that on the fly.
Dude, it happened like I wish we'd have been running tape because I swear to God, it was like the lead as you hear it on the record, and Kyle's riff. We literally like played together without any fucking rehearsal. It just like happened. It was so weird.
Those are usually the best songs, though.
Yeah, I fucking love that lead too. I can't even remember it anymore. That's close.
I have no idea what Howard's doing. he's still telling Kyle he didn't break his washer or dryer.
They've like they're good. Like Howard and Kyle are good.
Yeah.
And me and Howard are good.
Dude, I don't remember really talking to Howard that much.
Dude,
I think he was upset with the way we did Kill Plan because we did a lot of it we did a lot of changes and the producer guy wasn't really nice to him really.
To Howard?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Howard would like play a part and then he'd come in and he'd be like, no man, just play the part. You don't have to come in and talk about it. And so they were just kind of like, I think it bugged them. Because we were like, dude, just do your thing. You don't have to explain what you're doing to us. Just do it.
Dude, plus, like, I know that maybe I played drums was my first instrument. I started when I was like 8 or 9 playing my dad's drum set, and then I quickly wanted a guitar.
Yeah.
But I don't consider myself a drummer. I mean, like, I'm a guitar player who can play drums. But drummers will talk in the weirdest language.
Yeah.
Like, they'll try to explain a beat, and I don't know what they're, like, unless they're talking in, like, 16th notes and, like, unless they're talking actual subdivisions, because, like, Tucker will do that. Like, he'll try to talk to me about a drum beat, and, like, I have no fucking frame of reference of what the fuck he's talking about. I'm just like, play the beat, and then we'll move the kick and snare around. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter why it works or why it's whatever. It just sounds good.
Yeah. That doesn't sound right, dude.
We like drummers. The problem is that we don't go into the studio very organized for the most part. We just go in and do stuff. I have what I want to do all figured out, but and then we'll have parts and we write a lot of stuff off on the fly. Like we don't go in and be like, this is what this has to be. We just go and be like, just do it. It's whatever. Is it good? Cool. Good to go. Like, I'll have parts that I definitely want to have, and I'll have lyrics that I definitely want to use. But other than that, it's just whatever happens. And some people can't handle that kind of style.
Yeah. It's like perfect. That's like perfect for me. Like that's... I like staying in that space where, like, you're not overly thinking about it and you go with what works and you don't...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love that. And it's almost, to me, it's like a high. Like, when we're recording, it's like a fucking...
It's like organized chaos.
Yeah.
Is honestly what it's like.
I love it. Like, I absolutely love it. Right. And, like, I was a little nervous about State by State because, like, putting ourselves, like, on a fucking deadline schedule of, like, we're going to write 2 songs today is, it's a lot of pressure, and I worried that it was going to, like, kind of suck the fun out of it, but it didn't. Like, I thought it was really fun.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, like, we'll do demos and we'll give the demos to the drummers and be like, here's the demos, learn the song. And then they come and they don't know the song. And I know the song so well because I've listened to the demo probably 50,000 times. Because when I'm doing an album, I only listen to the demos. I don't listen to, like, any other music. So I know the song backwards, forwards, and inside out. And then these other guys, they won't know the songs at all. And it's like, well, how can you do your thing if you're just kind of, you don't even know the structure? So.
Yeah. Fucking drummers.
But the thing with the Kill Plan drums was not, those weren't really the issues in terms of drums. It was more just like Howard and the producer were kind of clashing a bit because Howard's very particular about what he wants to do, and we're the opposite of that.
Well, and love him to death. He's very particular about what he wants to do, and what he wants to do can change very rapidly.
Yeah.
So, like, he can be dead set on doing it one way, and then be like, the next day he can be like, that's not the way to do it.
And the thing is you'll be like, cool, man, do what you got to do. And then it's like, you ever have somebody argue with you when you're agreeing with them?
It's like that.
The Kill Plan was produced by Alex Gerst, and Mike Langford did a bit as well. And Aaron just left. I think he had family stuff. He has his own business, so I think he just didn't have time to do stuff. He barely did anything on the kill plan, really. He was just too busy. But to be fair, if we go back to even albums before that, like most of our albums were kind of written by me, Kyle, and Langford. Like Chip, I think you've played on more songs than Aaron did.
Yeah.
And you've only done one album.
Yeah. Yeah, one album, a single, and then the State by State. It's added up kind of quick, though, if you think about it.
It's what?
So it's added up kind of quick if you think about it. Because, I mean, like,
Yeah.
10 songs on the State by State, and then the Roosevelt, and then the Us remake that we did.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not trying to be, like, ego-y about it, but, I mean, unless somebody can play a part better, then I want to play as much as... Like, I'm not trying to take over anybody's stuff, but, like, I want to play all the parts that...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to contribute. It's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
You know, I want to make a lot more records.
Some people just aren't great in the studio, so...
Yeah. And going into it, that was one of the discussions that I had with Langford, is like, look, if somebody else has got to play it, it's whatever. You know, it's about the song. It's not about the egos. So, but
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this album was different in terms of that, but you can be an amazing like musician live. You can be really great, but you can go in the studio and be terrible. Like, you have to play perfect.
Yeah.
That's what people don't. Some people don't. Some people just can't do it, and that doesn't mean anything like they're not good musicians. It's just they're not great studio musicians.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy what that red circle picks up. 'Cause shit you don't hear, when you listen back, you will.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's I had to I definitely got an ego check when we started recording Roosevelt, because it was like I thought I'd be able to do a bunch of one take shit, and it's like, and I think I'm recording better now than I did when we first started. Like, I think I like lay shit faster, and like it's its own thing though.
Chip, you want to answer this last question, then we can head out for the night?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm getting tired up in here. My throat's sore.
How long did it take to learn the lead stuff from previous stuff beforehand? It depends on the song. Like, certain songs are a little
Some of it's that stuff's buried.
Yeah, some of it's buried. And a lot of, like, to be honest, the hardest stuff I don't think Aaron played. The solo to... Who recorded the solo to Let It Out?
I think... So, I mean, it's going to either be me or...
I think it was Langford.
Or Mike. I know I did some of Let It Out because there's some video online.
No, I know you did. I'm talking about the solo.
Yeah, but I think we threw that around back and forth.
Yeah.
That
one's weird. Like, it's a very weird...
Yeah, it's got that weird thing.
It's a weird solo. It took me a few hours to, like, figure it out.
That's why I think the weird part is what I wrote, because that's kind of my weird stuff. Yeah. I remember, and then somebody said, that solo's really weird, and I was like, yo, no, it's not.
You're welcome.
I don't think I did it all, but that album, more than any other album, was literally just handing the guitar between me, Aaron, or me, Kyle, and Mike, and it basically the three of us would kind of piece together something.
Yeah. No, it worked out. It's got some really, really, really great leads in it. And, like, the Let It Out stuff that you played, I was really surprised, because I remember you guys gave me a copy of... When I played with you, when I played bass, you gave me a copy of Starry Eyes before it came out, and it had that DVD. And I remember watching it and being really surprised that you had laid some of those leads, because I just didn't know at the time that you were.
I honestly wish we had a lot more stuff recorded where I could remember the part, because you know how it is. It's like when you're writing in a group, everyone starts to forget who wrote what, and then other people start claiming they wrote that. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not exactly how it went down, but people
Yeah.
remember things differently.
Yeah, yeah. And that's like,
But like I said, we sat in like a little circle, and it'd be like, yo, write a part for this. So I would play something, and then I get to the point where I'm like, I have no idea what to do, and I'd hand it to Kyle, and then he would try to write something, and then he would get maxed out, and he would hand it to Mike, and then it would just kept going until someone did something cool, and then so I'd do something cool or Kyle would do something cool, then Mike would be like, oh, I got an idea for that, and then he'd take the guitar back. And
yeah.
that's how we wrote almost all the leads on that record.
Yeah. Well, it's very cool. I mean, if I were to like spoon feed the music to somebody, it's not really that. I mean, most of it isn't super hard. It's just like, part of it too is getting the sound right, like getting the delays set to where the repeats they're not too loud, and they don't fade out too quickly, or they don't hang so long that they start to be dissonant with the next note. It's really like a bit of a challenge just to reproduce like even some of the textures and some of the sounds. And I like to think I do a decent job of it, but it's really important to me that like I recreate like the studio sounds or the album sounds as much as possible. I think I lost Kevin. Yo. I don't know where Kevin. I don't know where Kevin went. Are you guys still there? Shit. R.I.P. Hey, I'm gonna reach out and see if he wants to. But let's see here. Sorry, he's hopping back on. Um, but yeah, I guess all in all, I would like. I learned. So I guess I learned like groups of songs like for shows, um, but it's a tough. I guess it's a tough question to answer because it's hard to say. Like the first show, I mean, I would start practicing, at least a month or so before the show, and then Kyle would get together with bass player and drummer, and he would practice with them, kind of getting the rhythm section tight, and then I'd come in a couple weeks, like 2 weekends before the show, and rehearse with the band. So we'd have full band, no vocals, and hang on, I think Kevin's back on. All right, I'm bringing Kevin back in. Well, I thought I was. And then we try to have a couple days of rehearsals before we played a show. So like right now I'm working on uh, building all the songs in my. So I'm using Fractal Audio Axe Effects now instead of using real amps because it sounds amazing, and it allows me to reproduce all the sounds off the previous records and all the different delays and choruses and all the effects that I would use. I can have them digital and they can be set per song. They can be set all the right levels, the right tempos, so the delays hit on the right beat. It's and that's a bit of a drill. So I'll build a preset for every song. I think Kevin's internet died. See, where is he? Here we go.
Oh,
Yo.
yo.
You're back.
I'm back in Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Kevin.
It's weird, like everything logged out. Fucking restream is taking over my mainframe chip.
Yeah. And Vince, the first time I heard Kevin's voice would have been on, and yes, you can be totally honest. The first time I heard his voice would have been actually on MySpace back when I think they had 3 singles on MySpace, on their MySpace page. It was like Stop and Say You Love Me, Across and a Girl Named Blessed, and Cold But I'm Still Here were the first 3 songs I heard. And I was like immediately a fan. It's like a big.
I got no chat. My chat's not updating at all. That's weird.
Mine's working right now. I don't know if you need to log out and back in or.
Well, I did because it logged me out when I. Anyway.
Well, we're gonna wrap
Well, Chip,
up.
are you ready to bounce, or what do you?
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna give anybody a second, or give Vince here a second. He said, "Can I be totally honest?" And so I was waiting for his comment, but I think my chat's frozen too. Wait, no, it's not.
Yeah, my chat. I can send a message, but it does nothing. Oh wait, it just went through on Facebook or YouTube.
I see your chat come through on my end.
It just went through on both, so but I can't see the chat. I can't see world or see the world.
See, are you saying fish, China, fireworks?
Yeah, right. That's oh man. All right, well,
I think we should call it, man.
I gotta walk my dog, Chip.
Yeah. Is that some sort of
Yeah.
euphemism?
My dog needs to drop a deuce. We'll set up the time to do whatever. See what
Yeah.
Kyle's up to and bring his. And
Yeah.
well, tomorrow or whenever you have time, let's try that whole Zoom account so we can bypass OBS.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't know how I'm gonna stop the stream from OBS since I literally can't access it.
Well, you could close your Zoom.
No, I mean I can stop the stream from restream, but
Okay.
it's all good.
All right.
Well,
I'll chat at you
everyone.
guys later. Thanks everyone for checking it out.
yeah,
We'll be
appreciate you
back.
guys. We'll be on soon. We'll make a post about when we're gonna do, because I really want to dive into. We're coming up on a year, and I think we were already recording the Roosevelt at this point in time last year.
No, we were done. Remember, we finished in January.
Did we finish in January?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point in time you were finishing vocals and
Yeah, I was doing
there
vocals.
I think there were still some leads, and I think I still recorded some bass parts for
Yeah, just little things here and there.
little
Yeah.
bits and pieces. But yeah, so I think it'd be fun to like dig into it. We'll make a post and let you guys know when we're gonna do it, but we'll go song by song, kind of talk about what happened, what it's about, and see you guys
Sounds
then.
good.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro.
Peace out.
Have a good night, man.
Later.
Later.
How the fuck do I end this, Chip? All right.
I gotta
Later, bro.
Later, man.